Welcome to Kentucky Hidden Wonders. Today's episode is all about Kentucky live music, local flavor, and the community coming together at Gallrein Farms for one incredible concert. We've got a great lineup for you with our special guest, country artist J.D. Shelburne. J.D., thanks for being with us. Plus some of the wonderful folks helping make this event happen. From Fire Missions Veteran Services, that's a brand new name. And we've got Goodwood Restaurant we'll be talking about that's upcoming into Shelbyville coming soon, and leaders from our local chamber. So let's start with some introductions. And you are hardly a hidden wonder, JD, but go ahead and just say hey to the folks that are listening, and we'll go around.
Thanks for having me on. My name is JD Shelburne. I am a country music artist. Grew up right here near Shelbyville in a little town called Taylorsville, and really excited to be a part of this event. I discovered music in college and kind of built a journey to Nashville and doing this full time. And it's been an amazing journey. And anytime I can step in and help out veterans, I'm all about this. So when they reached out, really excited to be a part of this. So excited.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Hey, Aaron Garofola. I wear many hats here from the chamber and other things, but what I'm really passionate about is this organization. I'm a combat veteran myself. So when I found Brady and realized we were kind of kindred spirits that had also been deployed at different times, so shared the same dirt, but different times, had some of the similar experiences. So when he came and told me that he was very passionate about helping veterans, obviously that spoke to my heart. And now he's been trusting me with being the president of this organization. And I couldn't be more proud of the work that this man's doing.
My name is Brady Wright. I am the founder and executive director of Fire Mission Veteran Services. Fire Mission Veteran Services was created a little over 2.5 years ago to help house homeless veterans and provide services to veterans across Kentucky. When we first started helping veterans in the town, we realized there was a need for veterans in recovery as well as veterans with that needed transitional housing. And so we have created an organization here in Shelby County that houses 30 veterans. We have 18 in our clinical treatment beds and 12 in our service intensive beds, as well as we just opened a new veterans center right here on Washington Street in town.
Hey, everybody. Justin Gallrein with Gallrein Farms. Start out by saying I met Brady about 1.5 years ago. This whole thing kind of got started because Brady was trying to find a really interesting way to help promote not only the veteran services community, but his own Fire Mission brand. We were trying to find really interesting ways to fundraise. And we kind of stumbled upon this idea because it first started as a gala, and then it turned into a pig roast. And then it was like, well, what if we get a concert at the pig roast? And then he called me about 48 hours later, and if this should tell you anything about that man right there, Brady, he goes, I got this idea. I'm going to reach out to J.D. Shelburne. Can we put a concert on at the farm? And I was like, look, I got to ask the big guy, which is my dad. And I went to my dad and I was like, look, I really need a favor here. I need you to kind of support this. And he was like, absolutely, no questions asked. If it's for veterans, we're doing it. So that's kind of how all this got started. And the one thing I want to emphasize is this is 100% all profits, everything goes to the veterans.
Oh, that's amazing.
Gallrein Farms isn't taking any cut in this game or anything. We are just providing the tools so people like Brady can go out and do great things in the world.
And Justin, you're a veteran as well, if I'm not
yes,
mistaken.
ma'am. Yeah, I did 21 years in the Navy.
Well,
so,
thank you. Thank you all for your service.
Thank you.
And so, Justin, I'm going to stick with you just for a minute. Big concert coming up, which is exciting. And thanks for starting us out on that conversation. Excited that JD is here with us and going to be at the concert. Do you have any bands opening for you, or is it just you the whole time?
Yes, actually, my friends in Louisville, the Louisville School of Rock, they have done several shows with us the last couple years. They have a great program in Louisville teaching kids how to become rock stars, and they're fantastic to work with. And I called Melanie down at the School of Rock and said, I got an opportunity for the kids. I'd love to get them on the show. And it's really neat. They actually have one band with about 16 members. So they'll play a song and they'll switch members, and then another group will come on. So it's one group. It's really neat. So I thought this would be an opportunity for them. They could really just get their folks out, support veterans. And so they agreed to do it, and they're going to be a part of this opening the show. So,
amazing. I'm going to come back to you in a minute. Okay. Justin. So tell us a little bit more about the concert. Like we'll get this out of the way. What day is it? What time? And a little bit about what people can expect when they come to Gallrein Farms to hear JD Shelburne.
Sure. You sure you don't want Brady? I mean, this is his child. I want to really
guys decide.
I really want to turn it to Brady for this part, and then I'll fill in any blanks that he can't. But this is his child. I don't want to take away from that.
Oh, well, thank you for having Gallrein Farms open up for this.
Yes, ma'am. Anytime.
It. Okay, Brady, tell us about the concert.
Sure. So the concert is June 13th. We are going to have a Fire Mission VIP lunch at Gallrein Farms. It is going to be from 12 to 2. It'll be a catered lunch for all of our VIP guests. They'll be able to come and learn about the veterans that we've helped, hear testimonies, see what we're doing, and find ways that they can get involved with Fire Mission. At the end of the VIP lunch from 2 to 3, there will be a meet and greet with JD Shelburne where they can come and get photos taken, get a chance to interact with JD. And then the concert is going to pick up, I believe, at 4:30 and go until 6:30, 6:37. It's going to be outdoors. There will be a stage set up. We'll have the VIP section roped off. So VIP will have their own seating. And then the general admission will have their own section. You want to bring lawn chairs, blankets, things to sit on. Service animals are allowed. All of the food, there will be food trucks there. There will be Goodwood Restaurant, who is our main sponsor in this event.
And that's exciting. They are coming to Shelbyville. So
Yes.
Very exciting. They're already involved in the community.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And we reached out to them, and they were excited to get involved and come and help us do this. And so we're going to lean on their expertise as far as, all of the catering and, drink sales and things like that. And then a portion of all of that as well will go towards our mission in housing homeless veterans and providing support to all veterans across Kentucky.
For the VIP, which sounds amazing, I know a lot of people, JD, would probably want to meet you and chat with you. How do you get a ticket for the VIP, and what does it cost? Sure.
So there is a limited amount of tickets for the VIP. There's only 250 VIP tickets. Each one is $250. It includes the lunch, the meet and greet, the concert. There is also a hotel package where they can get a special rate on a hotel if they would like to stay. They're also going to get an autographed item from JD Shelburne, as well as some other cool swag from Fire Mission at the lunch event. General admission tickets are $45. They can be purchased on our Facebook page, Fire Mission Veteran Services. They can go to JD's Facebook page. They can go to Gallrein Farm's Facebook page or the Chamber of Commerce, as well as our website. You can go online and purchase tickets directly from Gallrein's website. We are also selling tickets in person at the Sky Mart here in town, the Convenient Food Mart, and the Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Gallrein Country Store, where you can go in and purchase paper tickets.
Wonderful. One of you, whichever one you want to talk about this, and Aaron, I haven't heard from you in a minute. If you want to take this question for the Fire Missions Veteran Services, what do those funds mean to that organization? Just tell me.
The beauty of it is it helps the veteran, and that manifests in a lot of different ways with Brady. There was a time when we were trying to figure out everything, and Brady's running all over the place. This guy's a visionary, and when it hits him, he's going, right? And so somebody's like, I never find him. Is he really working? I said, that's because he's replacing a battery in a veteran's car that's on the side of the road. He didn't have time to delegate that. He just jumped in his car and he did it, right? So all of this money goes to helping a veteran however they need it. So we're all combat veterans. We all have our own unique needs and wants. And whenever they present to us, our job is to find out what that need is and to meet that need.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. Thanks for all that you guys do. JD, we are super excited. I keep saying that you are here in person with us and then coming back to Shelbyville. For those of you that don't know very much about you or your music, can you talk just a little bit about how you got started in the music business and your passion for Kentucky?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. So I grew up in Taylorsville, right down the road here. I've driven this road behind here to Clear Creek Park my whole life playing sports. So Shelbyville was kind of my second home. Had a lot of family that lived here. I played sports here. Music was never really a thing in elementary school, middle school, high school. I sang on the bus on the way to baseball games and spring break trips when we played on these little traveling sports teams. So guitar was not even a thought. And so singing, I could kind of sing. I didn't sing in choir, didn't sing in church really. But when I graduated high school in 2001, my dad was a principal. Mom stayed at home, my brother and I. So I knew college was my next destination. Mom, dad pounded college into our brains as we were kids. You're going to college. You're going to go get your degree. You're going to blah, blah, blah. And so I knew I was excited about going to college, but I had no idea really what I wanted to be. And so I thought the first couple of years I'll just hang out a little bit and figure out my first time of really staying away from home for the first time, live with mom and dad my whole life up until college, what am I going to do? My friends are going to go there, which is how I met, Ryan and I became even closer friends. But my first year at UK in Lexington, my grandmother passed away back home unexpectedly. I came back home for her funeral, home a couple days, we were planning her funeral. She lived in this house down on Main Street. It was just the upstairs was always closed off. And I was going through her house one day after her death and found an acoustic guitar. And I always thought, man, maybe I could take it back to college with me. And they make a great wall ornament. They look good on the wall,
right?
Even though I can't play it or sing, who knows? So I took it home that weekend to my parents' house before I drove back to Lexington. And light bulb kind of went off, started teaching myself to play and sing in between college classes. I'd bring it home on the weekends and sing at church. My dad had the keys to the church when he was a deacon of the church. So I'd go in there and turn the PA on and play and kind of cut my teeth just playing music and developed a love for playing guitar and singing just kind of came along with it. It's wild. I didn't really have any vocal lessons, didn't have any guitar lessons. And the more I kind of honed my craft, the more it became like, I wonder if I can get a gig somewhere. Be kind of neat. And so after months of that, of just trying to learn songs, trying to find a place that would book me. No one knew who I was. Didn't know I didn't have a website back then. And I remember getting a gig at Beer Nose Pizza about 2005. That was the first gig I played. And you couldn't even shut the doors in the place. There's so many people there. And people, just a lot of college friends and family. I was brand new to this business. I had no idea to do. And so that was really the very first gig. It really kind of opened my eyes. Like, maybe I got a shot and, getting a few gigs and making a little extra money.
All this time, were you playing on your grandmother's guitar?
I was the entire time.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then once I kind of started playing some gigs where the guitar that I had found, it wasn't electric. It was acoustic, but it didn't have electric pickup in it. So I could never plug it into a PA. I would have to mic the front of it. When you're playing on stage, you back off the mic, you don't hear it. So I told my parents I would sing in church. They'd buy me a nice acoustic that had a pickup. And so Christmas that next year, my parents surprised me with a Takamine black acoustic that was, it changed the whole game for me. And about this time, I was still in college. I was starting to get some buzz around about people knew me from sports. People knew my dad from the sports game. Dad played college basketball, so people kind of knew who we were. But the music business was brand new to us, and so people were starting to get the buzz. I was getting some gigs. Now you got to keep in mind, I was in Lexington at the time, and every country bar had a house band, so there was no opportunity for me there. So I'd come to Louisville, and that's really where I started branching out and building fans and connecting the dots. And eventually Nashville was soon coming.
Well, you've come a long way, definitely. I remember the one year you were on the front cover of the Kentucky State Tourism Guide.
2020.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
It opened a lot of doors.
Well, people looking at it saying, "Who is this guy?" And then they find out who it is. You are no longer a Kentucky hidden wonder. That is for sure.
Thank you.
So your sound is definitely a blend of modern country sound and a lot of storytelling in the songs that I hear. How has your Kentucky roots and I assume you write your music. How has living here in Kentucky inspired you to write?
I think just the platform of Taylorsville, just a small town, growing up on a farm. My parents were tobacco farmers. I was always working on the farm, pitching hay or, cleaning cattle stalls, hanging tobacco and mowing and driving tractors at 7 years old. And, I was in church. My parents had me in church every time the doors were open. On Wednesday nights, Sunday morning, Sunday nights. And we were involved in youth group and then music. Sports, baseball, basketball was huge in our family. So we were always, when one was over, the other one was starting. So I think all those things, I've lived, and you just develop. When I first started playing music, I'm like, I wonder how to write a song. And I'm like, okay, I had a rusty S10 truck that was, driving around Taylorsville in the town square. I mean, it's just so many songs from my childhood that I've lived. It's just natural. So I think just being from small town Taylorsville, driving the back roads and working the farm life with my parents. I mean, I lived a wonderful childhood. Mom and dad been married almost over 40 years. And, they really taught us a lot about life. And I think just their background pushed me to always find happiness in everything and positive. And so all those things just kind of turned into songs.
Have you ever written a song about your grandma's guitar? I can hear it in my mind.
I did.
We
yeah.
could collaborate. No, I'm kidding.
I did years ago. I think it was on my very first record, which I don't even play anymore. But I've cut 7 albums since moving to Nashville. So I've got a lot of songs. But
now,
yes,
2025 was a big year for you at the Grand Ole Opry. Can you tell the listeners a little bit about that?
Yeah, so 2025 was a huge year. I've had a lot of great years that have seen significant momentum. Tourism Guide in 2020. Having my 9th straight video on CMT, playing my 3,000th show, and then obviously the pinnacle of my goals of moving to town was playing the Grand Ole Opry. And I've been, I've gotten to record with the Oak Ridge Boys and Crystal Gale, and both times recording with them, I'm like, hey, if you ever got a nod you can put in Opry management, I'd love to play. And I remember Joe, before he died at the Oak Ridge Boys, they were like, he said, you'll get it, man. Persistence always wins. Trust me, man. It took us forever to get a number 1 hit. And once we got it, it was just like all gravy from there. So just keep doing what you're doing. And so I've been doing that for 17 years, out here pounding the roads, building fans, shaking every single hand I can shake, and being nice to people. Is certainly being kind to people has won me over a lot of fans.
And that's so simple.
It's very simple.
But yes.
Takes nothing to be kind to people.
It does not.
And I mean, you meet people on the way that you've known have bashed you or doesn't like your music. And I understand that's going to happen, but you still got to be nice to people, And when the email came through my phone last June, actually it'll be, I think that, it's about almost been a year ago now, that I was going to get my invite to the Opry. Like, I wish I'd have had video cameras in my garage, because it would be like us winning the lottery or something and hitting a hole in one on the same day, or it's just something crazy. And it's just like, to get that invite from the management was if I lost my voice today, I'm happy with the life I've lived. So,
oh, that's amazing. Now from here, did you say something about earlier? You said something about Las Vegas, maybe? What's on the horizon?
Well, the Opry debut was the number one thing I've done so far. Amazing. But I've played Las Vegas 8 times. So we're actually flying out in 2 weeks to play 3 nights at Gilley's at Treasure Island on the Strip. So I've done that, I guess, 7 different times. I do it once a year. So it's always fun to pull off the Strip and see my name in the marquee lights and, Viva Las Vegas. So
absolutely,
I'm heading out there in, I guess, 3 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll kick off our summer and then slide right into Gallrein Farms in June.
That's exciting. So perfect segue back to the concert. So how did you find out about this? Talk a little bit about that. And I can tell you have kindness in your heart. Because you're here, because you're helping and doing this concert anyway. But how did you get alerted that this was happening?
My website, obviously, we get a lot of inquiries to my website. Some work out, some don't. But my manager Bradley sent me an email about Brady reaching out on behalf of the veterans about a potential concert at Gallrein. And I'd heard of Gallrein through the years. My parents have been there many times, so I knew the name, I knew the brand. We're very particular about where we play, and who were helping, and so I knew that was already excited me to play there. And then veterans reached out, and then Bradley has just told me about helping people. And Shelbyville's really been a great area for me. I've done lots of great shows here, and so we hadn't done a show in Shelbyville in a couple of years, and I was like, man, this would be a perfect opportunity to get back. I know we have a lot of fans here. Taylorsville can come over. I'm not doing a hometown show. I just want to put all the rolls in the basket on helping this one in June. So. We have another concert that was going to be the weekend after that. We've actually moved it back 3 months because I want everyone attending this one because it's veterans. It's really the kickoff to our summer concert tour. And so when Bradley reached out, we talked about bringing my production crew from Indianapolis down to set up a stage, and they were all for it. And this is a win-win. I am really excited to be a part of that. I have a ton of veterans followers that come to my shows. Matter of fact, I just played a couple shows this past weekend. I actually was at a wedding for a friend on Saturday. We're coming to your show at Gallrein. I know who they were. And it's like, awesome. Bring your family. So it's good to hear those things. I mean, the word's getting out. I mean, we're still a couple months off, which, to me, I've done these shows for so long. It's hard to get people's attentions 3 months out, but about a month out, boom.
People are last minute.
People are gonna be excited.
It'll be a great concert, most definitely. So, Justin.
Sure, yeah.
So, for people who, I can't imagine there's anybody that doesn't know about Gallrein Farms, but talk a little bit about Gallrein Farms while we're here.
Absolutely. So we're a 3-season market. We start usually about mid-April, about the second or third weekend of April. We start with our greenhouses. Kind of flexes right into strawberry season. And then from strawberry season, we get a little lull in June, although our market stays open. And then what everybody really kind of knows us for is sweet corn. That starts about July 1st with fresh fruits, vegetables, all the way through September starts to tail off. And then October, everybody asks, like, when does the sweet corn stop? And I always say, my dad continues to plant. And the freeze will stop the sweet corn. It won't be, we didn't plant it.
Right.
It will be like, well, it finally happened, guys. We're done for the season. That kind of gives us into our Sunflower Festival, which is the first 2 weekends of September. We put a big sunflower field out, and that is the precursor to our big fall festival, right? So a lot of people used to know us almost solely for our fruits and vegetables. And now more and more, in particular with larger cities like Louisville and Lexington, know us a little bit more for the fall festival.
And that gets packed with people.
It does get busy.
And so for the concert, you've got lots of parking, like probably all that grassy area. You're going to use every inch of it, I'm guessing, right?
The joke that I've had with Brady for the last month or so is Brady's like, I don't know, like how many people is too much? I was like, Brady, we're good. We know how to move people. We're good with parking. We understand crowds. It's the one thing that we've kind of cut our teeth over the last 10 years is crowd management is at the top performer of my wife and our market manager.
Excellent. So as we wrap up, someone just recap the concert, the date, tickets, and all the information, because we are super excited. There's lots of places you can get tickets. And I just want to remind people of the ticket prices. That VIP is very awesome as well. Okay, Brady, I think you're up.
Yeah. So just to recap, the Veteran Benefit Concert at Gallrein Farms featuring JD Shelburne is June 13th. The concert starts at 4:30 p.m. for general admissions. The tickets are $45. You can go on JD's Facebook, Gallrein's Facebook, Chamber of Commerce Facebook, or Fire Mission's Facebook, as well as our websites. You can purchase tickets directly online there, as well as the VIP. The VIP tickets are $250. That includes the 2-hour lunch, the 1-hour meet and greet, as well as the concert. You get the VIP section, which is going to be up front close to the stage, as well as autograph stuff, cool merch, and the hotel package.
That's amazing. So, JD, how can folks follow you on your music journey? Tell them all the different ways.
Yeah, jdshelburne.com, kind of all roads lead to that. Music and tour schedule, everything like that. One thing I meant to tell you guys, we're going to be donating actually a signed barrel from our bourbon. I have a bourbon in Kentucky. We have 2 bottles of bourbon, 101 and 96 proof, and we have a couple. I actually have 5 of my own empty barrels I've kept off my very first bottle run.
Oh, wow.
Legendary in my eyes. These are from the owners of the company of Inclusion Brand. So we're going to donate a signed barrel to them to give away, and also we're going to donate some bottles of our bourbon. So we're in about 60 stores. So,
and what's the name of the bourbon again?
Inclusion Brand. It's I have 2 Signature Series bottles of bourbon out right now in Kentucky in 60 stores. So we're going to try to give away a nice little gift basket at this show for a lucky veteran. And we're actually I'm going to sign one of our barrels from our very first barrel run. So these are from my collection. So we're going to be bringing that with us.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for
Wouldn't have
being
missed it.
here. Thanks for your heart for veterans and for all the different things that you support. Guys.
Can I add one more
yes,
thing?
absolutely.
Our main sponsor of the concert is Goodwood, but we are still looking for additional sponsors. If there's any businesses out there or individuals that would like to be a part of our sponsorship, we have a sponsorship package. You can reach out to Aaron at the chamber, or you can contact us through our website at www.firemissions.org. But there are 3 different tiers that will allow you to get your business name or family name on the stage, on the banners that are going to be out front, as well as the banners for the event that are going to be around town. So there's plenty of opportunities for other organizations to get involved. And I do want to mention our other sponsors as well. We have SkyMart is helping us sell tickets, and they're a wonderful partner here. The Woody Williams Foundation is Gold. They do Gold Star families. They're going to be out there. We're going to have the Kentucky National Guard and active duty recruiters out there, as well as their entire company. There is going to be several other veteran organizations that will have booths set up with information. So once you come into the farm, there's going to be a section there where you get your tickets, and then you can visit all of the different organizations and learn more about how to help veterans and give back to other veteran organizations in the community as well. Our local VFW post is also going to be helping with that. And we have Collins High School football team is going to be helping. We're going to be coming out and helping with parking. And so we're just trying to get all of the different organizations and businesses in town to come and get involved and share in this amazing opportunity that JD has provided to us.
Well, it is amazing. And thank you all for being on Kentucky Hidden Wonders. And good luck to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.